fight something, which is pretty crazy. Oh my god, and of course Vorinclex comes back in. This is very difficult to track, I'm not going to lie. Oh my goodness, Zopendrol? This is the crazy part as well, guys. We can literally play all the lands in our graveyard with the Conduit of Worlds. If you're into mono green, this is going to be the deck for you. Vorinclex is the brand new green Praetor from March of the Machines, and he's really quite powerful. I didn't expect him to be this powerful, but upon playing with the card for a while, it is strong. Opponents want to kill him very fast, because if you can manage to flip this, he can get you so much advantage, and it's the only Praetor, I think, out of the new 5 that doesn't actually need any other conditions to flip. You can just play 8 to flip him whenever you want. For instance, Elishnor needs 3 creatures to sack. Jinkataxius needs 7 cards in hand, so on and so forth. But yeah, Vorinclex is just straight up 8 mana to flip. So the first ability, when he flips, it's mill 10 and put up to 2 creature cards from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. So this is actually very similar to Breach the Multiverse, which is the mono black sorcery that just came out in this set. So that's quite an interesting little nod to that effect. Then when it gets to stage 2, distribute 7 counters on any number of creatures you control, which is very strong. And 3, until end of turn, creatures you control gain 1 mana. This creature fights target creature you don't control. So in a weird twist of fate, I feel like his Saga is probably the weakest Saga, but only because it instantly goes off kind of like the ultimate on the stage 1 of the Saga flipping. Normally the other Sagas, they build up to something, but to be honest, they're all really powerful abilities anyway. On the front side, you've got Trample Reach 6/6, which is pretty legit anyway, and you can search for 2 forests when he comes into play. So the deck wants to play a lot of lands. So you've got 40 lands in the deck, and you've got quite a few ways to play additional lands in the deck. So you've got Course of Crucifix, which lets you play lands off the top. Same with Augur of Autumn. Wayward Swordtooth lets you play lands initially from your hand. Dryad lets you play an initial land, and Azusa. So you want to have as many of these abilities as possible, because essentially that's how to utilize a deck that keeps giving you lands, especially with Vorinclex. If you can keep playing 2 lands a turn, Vorinclex can be cast every subsequent turn after he dies, which is very, very relevant. Conduit of Wells lets you cast lands from, play lands from the graveyard and cast spells from the graveyard, which is really good. And the original build I did have a very, very huge top end, but I was finding that I wasn't reaching that anyway, because just the format's so aggressive. So when we go for the phase 1 of the Saga, we want to try and get lucky and just get something from us, something from the opponent. As long as you're winning something, you should be getting some value. There's actually an argument to be made about not flipping Vorinclex as well, because when you flip him, you're not going to be able to attack for 6 each turn. So just bear in mind that there can be times when not flipping him is actually a better solution, especially in a mono-green strategy, when you want to crush your opponent with combat damage. Unnatural Growth is going to help you do that by doubling your power and toughness each of combat phases, and Zopendrol does literally the same thing but on top of creature. So if you can cheat this guy out with Vorinclex, that's going to be pretty good. Don't forget that when the Saga flips, it goes back to being Vorinclex, so if you're impatient, you can make that faster. Also, if you proliferate in any way, you can speed up the Saga. There isn't a proliferate plan in the deck. I just felt like it was a bit too slow to do that. But yeah, to try and play it like just a good green value engine, and I hope you enjoy it. Not very often we just get fun green deck that just does stompy things. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can always donate to my channel via the Ko-fi link below, or via the Amazon, or via YouTube, and every little helps. So let's get into the gameplay. We go first against the Muldrotha deck, and we have a Gilded Goose in our opening hand, which is just lovely to see. Okay, turn 1 Goose is always wonderful. I just want to draw a few more lands here, so we can stabilise the rest of our plays. Thoughtseize or Fatal Push would slow us down quite a bit, but okay, Evolving Wilds. I will allow the use of Evolving Wilds in a Muldrotha deck, because it makes sense. I just don't like it in other coloured decks. Yeah, go for the Cobra. And I think we hold off playing the Sanctuary here, because if we get a forest next turn, we can go for the Toski Sato Wayfinder. Okay. Are we going to get a land, please? Oh, we do get a land. Okay. That's good stuff. And yeah, Toski's a good hit. But I don't want to attack in... Yeah, I don't want to lose the Cobra. We've got a fantastic curve here. Like, if we can just draw one more forest. Can we get one more forest here? Black market connections. Yikes. That's going to be good for them. Oh, we get that. We get it as well. I think the issue is, are we going to be able to protect our team after the fact? Okay, let's just swing with the Toski first. That should draw us at least one card. I mean, if they block, they probably have a board wipe. Okay, so they probably have a board wipe. That's very, very indicative of a board wipe. So, with that information, let's go for the Shaper's Sanctuary here. And pass the turn. Okay. They've got themselves a blocker. Although they made a blocker, so they probably don't have a board wipe. Oh, I don't know. They're playing mind games with me. I should have cast a Vorinclex, shouldn't I think. Should I? I don't know. Maybe. It's risky, right? Because if I'd gone for Vorinclex, they would have probably gone for a board wipe, right? That's just the logic. That's just how it goes. Next turn, if we get a forest, though, we can go for Vorinclex and... Ooh, key to the archive. Okay. So we're going to struggle now. Toski would have been so good if they didn't have the black market connections. That was such a good draw for them. So now it's tempting to attack with the Cobra and the Toski. Because if we kill that... Oh, I don't know. I really don't know, guys. Key to the archive discards that. So because they discarded the Storm Tim, I wonder if they have another one drop they want to use. Manglehorn. Oh, that's good. That kills the key. I think we want to do that. Yeah, I think we do want to kill that. This is also really sick against treasures because they come in tapped. This is actually very underrated, Manglehorn. Artifacts coming in tapped is solid, you know. So they block the... Oh, they're going to block the Toski. But we still draw cards. And it's an Elvish Mystic. No, I'm going to hold off. I'm holding off, guys. I'm being cautious here. I've got a bad feeling about this. I mean, them losing 3 a turn is not nothing, you know. The whole point of our deck is to whittle their life down to 0. So... the fact that they didn't want to trade is very greedy as well. Okay, so they didn't go for a creature. Does that mean it's a board wipe? Languish would just wreck us, so please don't be Languish or the Massacre. The Massacre would be very sad here. They're just realising that this taps the treasures, maybe, and they wanted 7 mana for something that they can't do now. Let me guess, Ultimatum into the north. Okay. Their logic is quite sound though, because they could have spent 3 to make a 3/2 blocker, but we're only attacking with a 2 power anyway, so 2 is less than 3, so they net a life with that move. Interesting. Okay. So now we have 2 attackers. Okay, once again, let's just attack in with the Toski and the Manglehorn here. Even if we just draw 1, it's still good. Oh, they are trading now. Interesting that they now choose to block, right? That is interesting. Notice how they're leaving up all their mana to deal with the Vorinclex. Well, I'm not going to give them the Vorinclex, guys. Because I can win the game with 1/1s at this point. You know, I attack with an Elvish Mystic, I draw a card. Simple as that. So they didn't do anything else. I mean, this is the other thing about Sultai, right? Let's be honest. They can play one card and they win the game. If they play Emergent Ultimatum, there's nothing we can do. It's going to be extra turn, and whatever other stuff they want to do. They could even go for Muldrotha into something in the graveyard if they really want to. The Meat Hook Massacre is in there. 6 and then 3 would kill our whole field. That would be sad. That would be very, very sad, in fact. Let's hope they don't see that through. Let's see if it's in their graveyard, though. When did that even go there? Don't remember. Dark Ritual. Okay, so they're going for a big move here. I actually... Oh, Blood in the Snow. Do they have a counter as well? So they're going to counter it. Oh, that's really sad. But Toski stays alive, though. So we might as well make a food. What are they going to get back? They only have 3 creatures that aren't very good. Paradise Druid. Oh, at least the counterspell can't go for our next play, I suppose. Oh no. No. Sad times. And all of the removal so far has been non-targeted, so we don't draw any cards. That's very sad. But they have used a lot of resources to do that. Okay, so we are in a bit of trouble now, because if they go for 3, 4, 5, 6, they can go for Muldrotha into 1, 2, 3 for the Disciple. So I think we just draw some cards first. Go for the Druid. Yeah, this is the thing about Muldrotha, and it's very similar to the... So there's a formula to what makes a card good, right? It's... Can it give you more value than the base cost? So if you think of the base cost of a card as the rawest form would be 1 mana equals 1 power. So that's how I normally think about card evaluation. So you spend 6 mana for 6/6, so you have to ask yourself, is that worth it? The answer is normally yes. It's a baseline acceptance level, but it's fine, right? 6 mana for 6 is fine. But this card, on top of that, also says that during each of your turns, you can play a land and a permanent spell. Bear in mind that Battles just came out, which is another card type. So Muldrotha just got even stronger with the release of March of the Machine. So if you play Muldrotha in 1 turn, you're getting baseline, right? So that's 100% value, 1-to-1 ratio. But then as soon as you start playing something else, that's 200% value, 300% value. Because everything you play on top of this is doubled. It is literally doubled. Questing Beast. Do they have... Okay. I don't really like my chances here, but... all I can rely on is the black market connections killing them, to be honest. Oracle of Moldiah is next up. That could be good to recoup our lands, you know. We play the Moldiah, we can play lands off the top. Sadly, they can play so many things. They can go Meat Hook Massacre, Invasion. When it enters, each player mills 3, then each player discards a card and you draw... What the hell? That's a lot of stuff. Comes in as a copy of any creature. I've not actually seen this Lazotep Convert. This is one of the strongest battles, and if you look at the artwork in the back, you can actually see Hazaret, Scarab God, and Locust God, which I didn't think they were allies, but they're fighting off the Phyrexians. Kind of cool. It's a shame that's all we really saw. Gravebreaker Lamia, so they can put any card into their graveyard. That's really good with Muldrotha. I wonder if it's going to be some lifelink because they are getting super low here. I mean, is it going to be Binding? Oh, it's going to be Haywire Might. Okay, so they can exile a non-creature artifact enchantment. I'm not that bothered about that. Oh, maybe they want to get rid of the connections. Okay. Oh, and they gain life as well. Jeez, damn. Okay, that is pretty good every single turn. Yeah, I think this is where we just get wrecked, isn't it? Because they can just do this. They can just do that every turn and gain 3 every turn now. Oh no, and they also got the cruelty of Gix in there as well. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Cruelty of Gix. And an invasion. Each player mills 3. Oh no, that means a Moldiah is gone. Discarding. Okay. We are in a lot of trouble. So what do we need? We've got Trample. 12 Trample is going to be actually really good. Because they have no mana up now. But they do have lifelink. What else do they have? They're just hovering over our cards. Okay. That was very strange. Tyrannus Rex. Trample as well. Ooh. Okay. I'll take that. Trample, haste, trample. Sure. So we can even go for the Wayward Swordtooth as well, which is probably good. And then we can play lands off the top. That's crazy. And now we can swing in with those two. That's a pretty damn good top deck, I have to say. That's 14 trample. They've got 10, 11, 12 toughness. 4, 5, 6, 14. That means they have to block with the Muldrotha. Pretty sure. Oh no, because they got the lifelink with the Gravebreaker, haven't they? If we can just last one more turn, that would be really great, guys. It's been a good game though. This has been a good game. Pretty even though I really don't like facing Muldrotha, to be perfectly honest, because it's just a bit grindy. But if this flips, any creature card in a graveyard. Okay, so it becomes a copy of anything in a graveyard. So it can become a Demon's Disciple. Yeah, we definitely want to go for the Muldrotha. Damn, that was close. Shame that didn't have Trample, although that would have not really made much difference, I don't think. Annoyingly, you know, that might save them. That gained them 3 life. Yeah, because they would have been dead, right? -2. Oh, no, that would have gained life at the same time, though. Okay, I mean, they're at 3 now, so they must have a good answer. I mean, sadly, they did kill the Rex as well. That's a shame. Casualties of War. Is that going to just finish us off here? I mean, they put in so much effort to exile the Shaper's Sanctuary, and then they didn't really do much else after that, so maybe they've got lots of removal here now, you know? They're going for Muldrotha again. I do wonder if that's the right play. I mean, I'm not complaining. If they want to tap out, go ahead. I kind of want them to just go for the Demon's Disciple and just be done with it, you know. Use all the mana. They've got 4 mana open. Please leave Vorinclex alone. I need this 12 trample. Trample is so good. This hasn't got trample though. It's a shame. The Gravebreaker Lamy is making the maths really annoying as well. Because this is +4, this gives them +3. So that was an artifact that they chose, right? I'm going to go for Vraska. But now they don't have the mana for... Oh no, they do. They've got the Paradise Druid mana for this. Oh, they've got so many goddamn options here. Alright, you don't have to show off. You can tell they've got, you know, ADHD or something. The way they're just hovering over every card, even their own, is a bit strange. They went over the Sawtooth, which I actually don't really care about, to be honest. I actually care more about the Augur, to be honest, because this gives us way more advantage. So they're on virtual +3, +4, 7, so they're on virtual 10. Okay, Great Henge on top. Let's go for Zerpendrel. They're probably just crapping themselves now. So this is double the power of everything. I think this is just our last chance to do anything though, isn't it? To be honest. Three. Food gains us life. We can't flip this and attack with him as well, which is a real shame. We can make this indestructible though. Okay, let's go to combat. So, swing in, so they're going to have to block again. Yeah, it's a real shame that we can't... It's a real shame that we can't swing in with much else, but you're 12. They're going to have to block with 10 toughness or more. Oh, here comes the Muldrotha again for the mega attack. Mega block, should I say. Wow, they're really getting in there. So 10... 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, they're really going for that, aren't they? They're scared that we have something like a pump spell, aren't they? A bit finicky. Okay. So we take out loads of their good things, which I'm kind of shocked about, to be honest. Okay, go to them. We're going to get rid of the Signet. We're going to gain 3, go to 10. Jeez. Crazy. That has saved them twice now, that Haywire Might. Oh, I really wish I had something to exile that. Scavenging Ooze would be so sick against them. 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana, so they can go for that and then any number of... They love Muldrotha, don't they? They absolutely love it. Gee whiz. And they keep highlighting all our permanents.
The body.
Getting rid of their lands, okay. Oh, okay, so they can just replay them again anyway. But to be honest, replaying a Boseiju is no better than playing a Forest at this point. Unless they can put that back in their hands, and even then we don't have anything they can kill anyway, so... I'm really surprised at this player. You know what? They literally had the win earlier with the Meat Hook Massacre. They just didn't see it, I don't think. They could play that for any value, right? From the graveyard? Haywire Might again. Jeez. We can actually fizzle the life gain if we sacrifice the food in response, but that would take 2 mana though, so it's a bit annoying. We need to give the druid trample somehow. I cannot believe that a 1 mana uncommon is keeping them alive. This is ridiculous. Out of all the cards in their hand. Okay. So let's adapt here. And then to my turn. So Great Henge is okay. It's you know, it's just whatever. It's annoying because they can kill it with the Haywire Might. Traxxas Fall, that's not too shabby either. Let's go to combat. I think we have to swing with the druid, don't we? Because we want to reduce. We need to reduce their blockers, and we need to kill the Haywire Might. Otherwise, the Great Henge is not going to get any good uses here. God damn it! And annoyingly, because the Haywire Might's an artifact, it means they can cast it in addition to a creature spell, because that's how Muldrotha works. Okay. Trample would have been so sick here. Okay, Great Henge for 2. Vorinclex draws us a card as well. Pretty good. Pretty good card, giving us all the value here. Oh, a fight spell. That's incredibly good right now. Oh no, it's not fight spell, it's hexproof. God darn it. Okay, hexproof is still good though. Okay, fine. Hexproof indestructible is good, especially when... Man, the issue here is they have Muldrotha, right? That is the scary thing. Wow, they must be getting desperate. They're going for... They're losing more life here. But I suppose they're just going to get that flipping Haywire Might out again, aren't they? And... lo and behold, it's one of the only artifacts in the graveyard that's kind of relevant, I suppose. Green Sun's Twilight, is that going to be any good? Don't know. Maybe if we're desperate. I just don't understand how they've got so many cards in their hand that they're not doing anything with. Stitch Taker, okay. Ooh, that's disgusting. What are they going to target? They're going to target the Vorinclex. So we'll pay 0. Yeah, we don't have to pay anything. It's just like a variable power boost spell. I mean, if they counter it, then I guess... No? Okay. That's surprising. Now it's got hexproof indestructible, so... I don't know. I just don't see myself winning this one. Oh, they could sack the hostage taken and recast it to get back Zopendrel. Right. As if. That's so dirty. Yeah, and there's literally nothing we can do about that. Yeah, that... Muldrotha's dirty, man. It's a really dirty deck. Again, being matched against it is quite unbelievable. I mean, look at the number of cards they have versus we. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they could just straight up cast it here, which they do. Why did they tap like that? That was strange. Okay. They still haven't solved the trample problem, but... Sacrifice a permanent. What are they going to go for?
Nothing else matters.
Okay, man. They stole our Zopandrel. No! And the worst part is, they can use the ability to sack anything they want in order to make it indestructible and then recast those things from the graveyard. It is actually hideously disgusting. It is hideously disgusting, guys. And they have a full grip. Like, I don't understand what these cards are. I really wish I could see what the cards were. Land. Gargaroth. Okay, I mean, that draws us a card, I suppose. But we are literally just going to lose our entire field, aren't we? 7, 8, 9. I suppose we just keep drawing cards until we get something like a fight spell would be good here. We get a land and a card. Can we win this guy? We just need some fighting, some trample, or something good. Flippin' heck. What if we just QQ here? 5, 6, 9. Let's just do this for 8. Come on, fingers crossed, guys. So we get a creature and or a land onto the battlefield. They could counter this with a spell or something. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? So we get a Corsair and a Garen Brig. Okay. And they have a ridiculously big attack and toughness now, so... Oh dear. Yonti Scale Shield. I really wish that wasn't on top to show them. Yeah, I think that was our last turn to be able to do anything. And they have it in the bag now, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I said that earlier on. Maybe they just don't see the lines, but there's so many different lines they can do here. I think if I was them, because my field's hopeless now compared to what they can do, I would go to combat, Zopandel triggers, so they're all massive, and then I'd use the Meteor Massacre just to kill all my things. Because if they paid 7, then all this, well, Muldrotha and Zopandel would survive. And yeah, so that's what I'd do. But maybe they've just got option paralysis here. Gravebreaker Lamia. I just feel like they're dancing around us, to be perfectly honest. And I'm actually not sure about this Green Sun's Twilight. I don't know if this is a good card or not. I feel like I'll whiff more than anything. And like, if you can't guarantee it's a huge creature. Oh, they're going to go for the Kiora versus Sea God. Oh no, they're going to go for that first. Sure, why not? And this is the odd thing, right? They're more focused on the defensive plays than aggressive. Like, they're not actually winning. It's just weird. They're not winning, they're just not losing, and there is a difference, because the thing they're doing is causing me pain. This is just painful. Okay, so that still doesn't just kill us here. I mean, eventually it will, because that will be a 16-16, but for now I'm just like, okay. It is also very peculiar that the cards in the hand don't seem to be very good at all, you know. Yeah, this is just, as you can imagine, guys, this is just so painful because I'm sat here unable to do anything, you know. There's nothing I can do because anything I kill, they can return. Even if I kill Muldrotha, they can recast it. They stole our Wincon. Vraska is just every other turn blowing something up. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what... Maybe we have one more draw. Silverback Elder, that would have been good. We could have cast that with the Augur. We can't get through because of the Zopendrol. Yeah, the Zopendrol's still our own Zopendrol, so we just have to flip it and see what happens here. I mean, put up to 2 of them on the battlefield. I guess those, and we don't draw because the Great Henge is gone, and if the Great Henge was there, we would have been able to. Actually, we still might have a chance. Oh no, because they'll just replay it, won't they? Okay, we'll just see what happens there. So double the things. Tap all things. Okay, so it's swing. Basically, I'm doing this to draw a card. That's all I'm doing this for. Yeah, I just don't think there's any lines of play. Because they're also going to tap all of our things in their next turn as well. We could keep it alive, couldn't we? But they're going to tap all our things anyway, so it's not going to matter, is it? And then they win from combat damage in their turn. Yeah. Oh well. It's a shame because we got a really good hit with the Grand Evolution there. Although we kill the... Okay, I mean, we kill this, then they don't tap all our things. Don't know, you know. But we still probably die to the Zopendrol, right? And we don't need to reveal this. Sure, pass turn. Yeah, it's a shame about losing the Gargaroth, but we had to because we need to use this in our turn. Distribute 7 counters. Like, is that even going to do much? Trample. So trample. If we put 7 counters on the Mammoth. My god, they love looking at our permanents, don't they? They absolutely love looking at the permanents. Even though they've already looked at all our permanents, they have to keep looking at the permanents. It drives me mad. If that's one of my... That's one of my pet haters. People that... Because this comes back from... so because you can't speak on Arena, obviously, to your opponents, one of the old things people used to do is say, good game, your turn, good game, your turn. And this was why I banned emotes. So I don't use emotes. But yeah, another thing was just looking at permanents like this, like, oh, it's a form of trolling. It is. It is. Especially when they already know what we have. Man, this game's making me salty. I'm so sorry, guys. It's just, I'm sure I'm not the only one here that, you know, it's the futility of it all, isn't it? It's just absolute futility. Attacking that. Okay. There's no trample. And then if that comes in, they're going to get a copy of something else. I guess we'll just try and use this here. They probably just counter it, right? Or whatever. Lifelink. So at this point, it just doesn't matter what we use to block it. Just make sure it dies. I mean, yeah, they can recast it. That's literally the you know. It's so devastating that they just use this against us, but gain the life back as well. So they would have gained 4 regularly, but that was 8. Not gonna lie, guys. This game is making me sleepy. It really is. Okay, so let's draw a card with this because we've just lost our whole field anyway. I still think this play is a bit weird because they literally have. So why do they use Languish when they have the Meteor Massacre? So weird. So weird. They finally see it. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think I'm going to call it now, yeah. They finally saw the play that I saw about 20 minutes ago, guys. I think that's going to be game because, frankly, I just don't have it left in me anymore to absorb this. Cool. Yeah, this is the exact matchup I wanted to see. A mono blue control flicker matchup against a mono green aggro build. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the algorithm lately, but it's really gotten very bad. It's just terrible. I think the first match I played with this deck was Atraxa, and it's nothing to do with the build as such. There's nothing in this deck that's like, you know, too ridiculous, I don't think. I think mono green by itself is fine, perfectly medium power level. It's when you face me against control decks or multicolour decks, this green really struggles, especially against control, and especially if control gets to go first. We're not going to be able to interact with Thassa. It's going to be very, very difficult here. Ominous Traveller flickering every turn, gives them a creature every turn. This card was definitely a mistake. You can cast this infinitely if you have enough mana. There's actually quite a few ways for this to go infinite. But yeah, I'm not going to get into that. It's just this is a stupid card. Yeah, it's sad to have to make videos where I'm struggling all the time. I make a lot of decks, and as you can imagine, I play a lot of games. It just feels like it's constantly. It's an uphill battle, to be honest, to record sometimes, unless I'm making very powerful decks. But you know, sometimes I just want to make a mono green deck. It hits a different audience, it hits a different vibe. You know, it's just fun. Do I want to go for this? This 1, 2, 3. Fine, we'll go for this. It's not. It's a bit early for this, but ooh, Augur's good. Shame it doesn't come to play. If we spent 5 or more, that would have come to play there. So Thassa's now going to flicker these guys, and they're going to come in, making more value for their hand. Crazy. Crazy. Not good for the Augur. So Thassa is indestructible. So let's just equip the Augur with the lifelink trample for now. They probably have a way to get rid of our things. I mean, it's going to be... Whatever they do, if they bounce on things, they're going to be able to do everything twice, because that's how the deck's built. I don't normally like showcasing decks, games where I'm going to get absolutely trounced, but this is probably going to be one of them, unfortunately. Hulking Metamorph comes in as a copy. Accepted to 3/3. Wow, they've just got tribal ominous traveller here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys are sick of it as well. Just the amount of mono blue players there are, the amount of control decks there are. I feel like it's just impossible situation now regarding the meta. It is so toxic, and it really just gets worse. I mean, I've been talking about this since last year, you know, with power creep. We had Golos banned, and Rusko has moved up to Hellq, but the speed in which things change, it's just not quick enough. It's just not quick enough. I mean, we could have a chance. We could. I mean, this is actually pretty crazy synergy here. I'm very surprised that we actually managed to resolve all of these things. So I don't know. I actually don't know why I did that. I didn't realise that was 7-7. I legitimately had an issue with my eyesight there, where I actually thought that was a 1. Well, be it on my head. So they're just going to create loads of squids. That's a 7. Oh yeah, that's why, because it was flickered, wasn't it? So in my head, so the card is actually this. It came in as a 3-3, but when they flickered it, it became a 7-7 because it goes back to the original state. I'm not trying to justify my mistake, but yeah. So this taps for 3 mana now. Man, they've got so many blockers. Let's go for the Tyrannex Rex here. Okay. And we can even go for the Vorinclex. Yeah, that was very unfortunate that I made that insanely stupid misplay, to be honest. So yeah, I definitely don't want to attack in here. I mean, this could be a really good way to end the game, but I fear as they're probably going to have many ways to stop us here. It does have Ward 4, to be honest, so they can't target it unless they pay 8 mana. Dungeon Geists. So they can't tap the Tyrannex because it's Ward 4. They can tap the Vorinclex, but if we flip this, it's not going to matter. Tovolar as well. What on earth? So many forests we have in our hand as well. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is a very strong deck. It doesn't really have to do much. It just needs to... Because if you consider even the weakest ETB repeated over and over again, that value is just going to come back. Should we flip the Vorinclex? 8 mana to do that? Or should we just get some lands out first, I think? Probably best to get the lands out first, right? Okay, go for the Gargaroth. So I guess our worst nightmare now is if they do something like River's Rebuke. I think that is definitely the worst thing. Reach could be good to block the Geists. We already have Reach here as well, to be fair. They haven't got any artifacts or enchantments, have they? Oh no, that is hexproof. Right, okay, let's just play this as... Okay, we can't. Okay, we can if we play a mana. I just want to keep drawing cards, playing lands off the top. Okay. So yeah, as I said, River's Rebuke would just utterly destroy us. But I suppose it was fun casting stuff, drawing cards, playing lands. If we get the Wayward Sawtooth out, it's going to let us play even more lands, which is kind of awesome. So many of these squids. So Vigilance is going to be really good against these illusions. But we only have it with the Elder Gargaroth. And also they have an indestructible blocker, which is going to be very tough to get rid of. There's this construction drone. Okay, so I feel like we are getting away with murder here. I don't know. I just feel like we could lose in just one lucky draw that they get. So many squidlings. I do feel like attacking into that 7-7 may have cost me the game. But oh well. We'll see. I think my best games are when I come back from mistakes, to be honest, anyway. So it creates a bit more tension. Nissa. Nissa would be very good to double our lands. Oh wow, we have to go for Nissa, don't we, really?
We will not fail.
Wow, we've actually got a lot of mana here. Let's activate the Vorinclex and see what we get. So, mill 10, we get to put 2 creatures into play. Oh, wow. That's a pretty good... Holy crap. Can we win? Wowzers. That's crazy. Play the land. We can play so many lands here. We can play so many lands. Oh my goodness. We have an 18...
The land fights for us.
Wow. We can actually draw loads of cards as well. I think we have to swing with this, right? I think we just alpha with everything, don't we? This has got trample. That's got trample. That's got trample. So we give this trample. And then we can fight something as well. Or we could save the mana for the Hunter's Insight. Or we could actually fight something now if we wanted to. Just to get rid of something. So this has lifelink. So just pay 1 for this. Or pay 0, should I say. We'll have this. Fight the Geist, I suppose. And then we attack with some of the things. We're going to draw lots of cards anyway, so we might as well just make another blocker. I actually can't believe this field is this big. So obviously, good thing about Trample is they can block with Thassa, but we're going to do stuff over the top. I mean, this is 18 power. And it's a real shame this isn't Infect, because that would be incredibly threatening. But yeah, it's Toxic 4, which means that no matter how much damage we deal, it would just be 4 Infect. Okay, so now we can use Hunter's Insight on the Tyrannex Rex. So we're going to be able to draw 11 cards here. Down to 2, damn it. I feel like I should have attacked more things there, but... Okay, fantastic. So is there any way for us to save ourselves from... Basagi doesn't do much. Target creature fights. So if they do have... Do I just fight something to stop them drawing cards? Yeah. And also, yeah, let's gain some more life so we can kill... Actually, let's kill one of the ominous... Let's kill the Ominous Traveler, because that is annoying as well. And because it's a non-legend, it means they can clone it rather than the Tovolar, which would just not be able to be cloned with Thassa. Discard 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they haven't quit, so it's very likely that they have something. But it will be their entire turn. And we can probably draw a fair few cards. So we wouldn't die if they did. Okay, so it doesn't look like they have it. Wow, after my entire spiel at the beginning, talking about mono blue being irritating. And it looks like we might be winning this. I mean, they do have a lot of blockers, to be honest. 7 counters. So we want to distribute those in a different way. So, although we want to put it on something trample, right? Actually, if we put it on here... Yeah, we'll put 7 on here because they don't have enough mana to target this. So... Right, let's go for the Druid class as well. So we can play even more lands. I don't think I've ever been able to play this many lands in my whole life here. So how many lands is it? It's +1, +2, +3, +4. Crazy. +5. Haha. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness, wow. Just imagine we didn't have ways to abuse this. We would just be drawing lands. Okay. What have they got though for 3 mana? Do they have something sneaky? So we're going to fight with something we don't want to attack with, I suppose. Oh, actually, Ronus wants to die. Yeah, because if we get this guy out again, we can actually double the power of all our creatures again. I feel like we just win there, right? Counter spell. Okay, they did want to use a counter in the end. Okay, let's go for Guardian Project. We're going to draw 2 cards now every time we play creature. I don't know what they're thinking they can do, but I'm not sure if they can get past us, to be honest.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Right, I think we should probably just alpha here. Leaving back the utility guys. And so I guess their logic is whatever we attack with, they can block with as many things. So they've got 20 toughness here, but I just don't really see how they're gonna. Because the next turn, if we get the stage 3 of Grand Evolution, then it means that we'll be able to fight all their things. But I still don't feel safe actually, because yeah, seeing that they have 20 toughness here, this is basically like 20 life. Wow, they really want to kill the Wayward Sawtooth. This is a lot of power. Why do they not want to block with these illusions? I'm really confused. No trample. Trample here. And that's lethal. So they're going to have to block this, aren't they? Okay, so here come the illusions. Finally managed... What is going on? They really don't want to lose these squids. Maybe they're just a huge squid lover. Do they realise that you can click multiple tokens and then assign them as blockers? Did you know that? Yeah, so if you click like on this squid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you click on a blocker, you'll allocate all those to the blocks. It's quite simple blocks, to be honest. I mean, just block everything or you die. You got 2 life. Okay. So, sure, we'll kill those 2 and all those. Doesn't untap. Well, that doesn't stack. It's just one turn. And Vigilance is fantastic against these guys. Pardon me. Damn. Tyrannus Rex. Squid Hunter. Non-land permanents, right? But we have land. So what if we just made more lands? Right? More land creatures. Because then, if they do Cyclonic Rift, it won't return our lands, which means they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So they're going to need another answer, to be honest. Carrick's Uprising. Wow, we basically draw 3 cards every time a Power 4 creature comes in now. And a Defiler of Vigor. And a Ronus. Do we just keep going? I guess we might as well. We've got 66 life as well, so we can... Defiler of Vigor can make everything huge. We're going to mill ourselves with 38 cards. Kind of crazy, to be honest. But they still haven't quit. Which is scary. Wow, and a Conduit of Worlds as well. Sure thing. So yeah, even a Cyclonic Rift now would not be helpful. I think we're just going to pass turn. Discarding a card. Okay, let's see what they've got. Whelming Wave would be good. They would bounce everything to the owner's hands. But that doesn't end the problems here. There's still going to be many problems for them. Howlpack Piper. Okay, they're playing more green spells than we are. They're not, but... Okay, well, I eat my hat, you know. Maybe this deck wasn't as brutal as I thought, but I have faced some pretty toxic Thassa decks in the past. Okay. And then we're going to see the Grand Evolution pop off. And it doesn't even tap the creature, it's just one fight something. Which is pretty crazy. Oh my god, and of course Vorinclex comes back in. This is very difficult to track, I'm not going to lie. Oh my goodness, Zopendrol? This is the crazy part as well, guys. We can literally play all the lands in our graveyard with the Conduit of Worlds, which means that we're actually not milling ourselves as much. Yeah, because we really don't need to play stuff off the top anymore. Okay, so if we go for the Zopendrol here, should just spell Doom for them. Double the power of all our guys is silly, isn't it? $26. So you know it's you know you're doing well when you can hardly see your cards. And I guess we can just start fighting stuff, can't we? Crazy stage 3 there. $25. So this guy can just kill the whole army by himself. What a powerful stage 3, you know, just pay 1, basically kill something on your opponent's side of the field. I mean, props to them for sticking in, you know, sticking in the game. I appreciate it. power of mono green guys when you can actually resolve stuff. Let's just swing in. I feel like I've tortured them far too long here. Wow, that's got to be one of the strongest attack forces I've ever seen. 50 power land. What's the total? We could have made it even more as well. Minus 180. Pretty solid, I have to say. Again, yeah, thanks for sticking in there, Mr. Onuson. You really didn't have to do that. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.